The last breath of surrender, the resurrection of you. I know where you are. I know you're sitting in a room where the walls feel like they're closing in, or maybe you're standing in a crowd feeling completely invisible. You've reached the end of your rope, and your hands are slipping. You're exhausted from being strong, and you're looking for a sign, any sign, that it's okay to just let go. But before you drop that rope, before you decide that this is where your story ends, I need you to listen to something. This isn't a lecture. It's a rescue mission. Because the version of you that is ready to quit is just an old skin you're about to shed. The pain you're feeling isn't the sound of you dying. It's the sound of the old you breaking, so the real you can finally breathe. I don't care about your resume. I don't care how many trophies sit on your shelf, or how many times you've told yourself you're working on it. Because there is a brand of cold, hard reality that doesn't care about your talent. There are seasons when the universe decides to test the structural integrity of your soul. We call it life happening, but let's call it what it really is. The collision of the unexpected, the uncalled for, and the unintentional. You've been damaged. Maybe it's a spiritual fracture that no one can see, or maybe it's a bank account that is screaming zero so loud you can't sleep. You are broken, physically, mentally, or perhaps your heart has been shattered into so many pieces you've forgotten what the original shape looked like. But listen to me, a break is not an end, it is an opening. Every crack in your spirit is a place where a new kind of light can get in. You are standing in the valley between two voices. One is the voice of worry, whispering that you've reached your limit. The other is the voice of wisdom, reminding you that you've survived 100% of your worst days so far. One is the voice of the grumble, the other is the voice of gratitude. You get to choose which one gets the microphone. Every time you break, you are presented with a terrifying, beautiful opportunity. You can choose to fall apart and let the wind scatter your remains, or you can choose to use that pressure to become harder, smarter, faster, and more resilient than the version of you that started this fight. I need you to find a reason to breathe. I don't need a big reason. Find a small one. Find a face you love, a dream you haven't tasted yet, or simply the stubborn desire to prove your enemies wrong. You are human, and being human means you have a reservoir of push that is deeper than any ocean of pain. Tragedy visits every zip code, trials knock on every door. But victory? Victory is reserved for the person who looks at the wreckage of their life and says, I'm not finished yet. Look at that sickness, look at that divorce, look at that bankruptcy and say, I can beat this. I will beat this. I must beat this. You have a legacy to protect. You have a future that is demanding you show up. Stop waiting for a degree, a check, or a thank you to start your comeback. You don't need permission to survive. You don't need a support system to stand up. There is a staying power woven into your DNA that no circumstance can touch. I don't care if you're outnumbered. I don't care if the paper says you've lost. We do not retreat. We do not run. We stand our ground until the ground itself acknowledges our right to be there. Whether you are fighting through a hospital ward, a courtroom, or the silent battlefield of your own mind, keep swinging. Because at the end of the struggle, there isn't just a trophy. There is a version of you that you haven't met yet. If you are on the edge of giving up, take one more step. Just one, and then another. You are not defined by the weight of what you're carrying, but by the fact that you are still carrying it. As you crawl out of that dismal place, as you rise above the ashes of who you used to be, you will realize that the fight didn't break you, it forged you. You are more than a conqueror, you are a survivor. Stand up, take your form, stay unbroken.